All right. Meanwhile, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has tabled the Economic Survey 2023-24 in the Parliament on the first day of the budget session. Economic Survey states that the Indian economy is resilient and has seen strong recovery post the pandemic. The survey has estimated that India's real GDP will grow at an approximate 6.6 to 7% in financial year 2025. In fact, the Finance Minister will be presenting the Union Budget in the Parliament tomorrow, the first after the NDA came to power the third time consecutively. This will be the first budget of the newly elected government. A lot of expectations there to be presented tomorrow, along with 6 bills.
You can see on the charts here that both merchandise trade volume and the industrial production growth have steadily come down in terms of the averages over the last 20 years or so. Somewhere between 5 and 10%, they have come down to between 0 and 5, and now they are struggling to even stay above the 0 line. So in general, global growth and global trade volume growth will be difficult to come by. And therefore, the way we can grow our exports will not be because the trade pie is growing, but because we have to grab market share in terms of competitiveness and quality, etc. And second factor, there is global protectionism and a sense of nationalism just in time giving way to the idea of just in case. Security dominates efficiency. Supply security dominates supply efficiencies. And you can see that in the last 3-4 years, protective actions have actually moved up very, very sharply, trade protective actions. And the reasons cited are on the right side: competitiveness, climate change mitigation, national security, geopolitical compulsions, concerns, etc. But this is going to be with us for quite some time. And then when it comes to geopolitical fragmentation, we are seeing it every other day as well. And this chart on the right shows you how much the mention of geopolitical fragmentation is happening in corporate earnings releases and announcements and so on and so forth. From a bipolar to unipolar to multipolar world and different blocks emerging, etc., it is something that will be with us for some time. So these are the 4 headwinds that did not, for example, affect East Asia. Japan, East Asia, or China, when they were making their transition from lower income to higher income countries, they didn't have to face these headwinds. From 1979 to 2015, China, for example, did not have to worry so much about geopolitical fragmentation, climate challenge, and global trade. Globalization was at its peak. So we have to now chart our path to Viksit Bharat amidst these headwinds. That is why domestic growth becomes very, very important.